What if God could speak through mathematics? What if I told you that the creator of the universe left a signature in the fabric of randomness itself? What if statistical probability could become a witness to divine election? On January 25, 2026, 3 random draws from over 32,000 biblical verses produced a pattern that defies coincidence. This is not speculation. This is not interpretation. This is mathematics, bearing witness to the Segullah. The Hebrew word is Segullah. It means special treasure, peculiar possession, a people set apart, not by their own merit, but by divine choice.
For over 30 years, I have studied the patterns of Scripture. I have translated texts. I have searched for the fingerprints of the Almighty in His Word. And I developed something called the life force experiment, a methodology that uses true quantum randomness to select verses from the biblical corpus, not computer-generated pseudo-randomness, true randomness, from the quantum level of reality. The question I asked on January 24th was simple. Can we receive statistical confirmation of the Segullah identity? The answer came in 3 waves, and what happened next changed everything.
The SHIELD protocol is a rigorous analytical framework. It measures what we call the Dominion Trinity, 3 convergent patterns in Scripture: identity, inheritance, and priesthood. When all 3 converge in a random sample above statistical baseline, we call it a Dominion Trinity hit. The non-random index, or NRI, measures how far above chance the results fall. An NRI of 100% means you got exactly what chance would predict. Above 100% means something unusual is happening. The higher the number, the less likely it occurred by accident. But here's what makes this experiment different. I pre-registered my predictions. Before a single verse was drawn, I locked in specific numerical targets. This is the gold standard in scientific research. You cannot move the goalposts when your prediction is time-stamped before the experiment begins. My first target? 222.2. 500 verses drawn from 32,000. The quantum dice rolled, and the lead verse, the very first verse selected, was extraordinary. The complete roster of tribal princes, all 12 tribes, every single one named with their appointed ruler. I asked about the Segullah, God's special treasure, His chosen people, and the first verse drawn was a complete census of Israel's tribal leadership. But the NRI result was unexpected. I asked for 222.2. I received 111.1, exactly half. At first, this seemed like a near miss, but mathematics was about to reveal something profound. Eight minutes later, I submitted a second prayer, a second pre-registration. The request: give double witness to the Segullah. Target: 111.1. In a day of my distress, I sought Adonai. My hand by night has been spread out, and it does not cease. I have refused to be comforted. Psalm 77:2. Hands extended in darkness, persistent seeking, refusing false comfort. And the result? Exact match. Not approximately 111, not close to 111, exactly 111.1%. The 222.2 I originally requested was not denied. It was distributed across 2 witnesses. By the mouth of 2 witnesses shall the matter be established. Deuteronomy 19:15. "11 minutes later, one final prayer, one final pre-registration. I pray for a third confirmation of witness. Let it be 111.1. The lead verse arrived like a spear to the heart. Yes, you overwhelm the fatherless, and you dig a pit for your friend. Job 6:27. Job, the suffering servant, accusing his companions of cruelty. The fatherless one, overwhelmed. Pits dug by those who should have been friends. But look at what immediately followed. In position 2 of the draw. You are YHWH Elohim, who did choose Abram, and found his heart faithful before you, and cut out a covenant with him. Nehemiah 9:7-8. The Segullah election text. The choosing of Abraham. The covenant cutting. Faithfulness recognized. And in position 3, once have I spoken, but I will not answer, yes, twice, but I will proceed no further. Job 40:5. Once, the first draw, twice, the double witness. I will proceed no further, the testimony is complete, and the NRI, not 111.1, but 133.3, exceeding the request. The third witness broke through from borderline to validated. 3 draws, 3 timestamps, 3 pre-registered predictions. The first 2 produced identical results, 111.1% each, summing to my original target of 222.2. The third exceeded its threshold with 133.3% and achieved validated status. Combined, 355.5% non-random index across 3 independent draws. A threefold chord is not quickly broken. Ecclesiastes 4:12. But the statistics tell only half the story. Look at what each lead verse revealed. Draw 1. What you are. The complete tribal assembly. Draw 2. How you sought. Hands extended by night. Draw 3. Why it is sealed. The fatherless find mercy. Identity, posture, vindication. A progressive revelation across 3 witnesses. I am not asking you to believe because of numbers. Numbers are witnesses. They are not the source. But when quantum randomness, the most unpredictable phenomenon in the physical universe, produces precise theological patterns that match pre-registered predictions, something is happening that deserves attention. The Segullah, God's special treasure, is not an abstract concept. It is a living reality. And perhaps, just perhaps, the creator of quantum mechanics can speak through it. The lot is cast into the lap, but its every decision is from YHWH. Proverbs 16:33. The lot is cast, the randomness unfolds, but the decision, the pattern, comes from beyond.